Listen, alcohol is ruining your life. It's slowing you down, it's holding you back, and it's really doing absolutely nothing for you. And today I'm going to explain exactly why it's ruining your life. And I'm not talking here about hitting a rock bottom, getting a DUI, having your wife or your husband leave you. No. Alcohol is ruining your life in a totally different way. And you don't need to wait to hit rock bottom to realize that it's doing nothing for you. Because at the end of the day, if you can get into a state of mind where you 100% accept that alcohol is ruining your life, stopping drinking won't be difficult in any way. It will be a simple, easy, and logical choice. So today, let's do that together. Let's get into a state of mind where we're able to see alcohol logically, without its emotional pull, without the addiction of the drug, and let's just see right through the lies, right through the nonsense, and put this behind of us. Because there is another reason why it's ruining your life. Now, just before we unpack this today, if you want to get access to a free video training that shows you how to get control of your drinking quickly, please go ahead and click the link in the description. You'll put your name and email address in, and then a new video will start playing that shows you something that I cannot publish on YouTube. So the only way that you can get access to this is clicking the link in the description. That new video will show you how to get control of your drinking in as little as 48 hours. So definitely click the link down below to check that video out after you've watched this one. So just for a second, I want you to imagine the life of a typical alcohol drinker. It starts off as a little bit of innocent fun. I remember the first time I got drunk, I was maybe 14, I'd met this girl. This girl was like a couple of years older than me. She was already dabbling with alcohol and other things like this. And we ended up having a drink and man, it was stupid. We were just like knocking on doors and running off. It just being crazy. And it was a little bit of harmless fun for a 14-year-old teenager, right? That was being a bit naughty. And that's how it all starts. It's a little bit of harmless fun. Now, I started drinking very early on, but some people, they might find that at 21 years of age, they go out to a bar, it's just a few friends, they have a drink, they don't think anything else of it. But what ends up happening is we have that drink and sometimes we feel like we gain something from it. In my experience, I had a fun time. I thought that alcohol gave me something. Others, they need to persevere, right? The first time they drink, they don't really like it. They don't really understand what the big deal is, but they push past it. They say, well, surely there's something in it. So they drink again, they push again, they push again, they push again. And what ends up happening is after doing this, after pushing through and persevering with alcohol, we start to develop this idea that alcohol is actually helping us. But what nobody ever does is nobody ever takes that very first drink and says, do you know what? I'm going to get hooked. Nobody ever does that. The same way that with any other drug on the planet, nobody takes that first drug and makes a decision there to stay hooked on that drug for the next 30 years. But with alcohol, that's exactly what happens. I've spoken to people who have drank for 30 years and they get on the phone to me and they're like, Leon, I'm interested in the program. You know, I help people stop drinking. I have a coaching company called soberclear.com, and they book a call, they speak with me and they say, Leon, I'm not addicted to any drug. It's just alcohol. And I'm always like, you still don't realize that alcohol is a drug. So anyway, nobody signs up for this. Nobody decides to get hooked on it, but they do it for years and years and years. And for a lot of people, a lot of viewers of this channel, you've not had a DUI, right? You've not thrown up blood on a computer like I did. You've not had your wife walk out on you. And I know that there's a lot of people that have had those experiences. But for most of the population, what happens is they drink and they drink and they drink and nothing's really bad ends up happening. Yet they keep drinking the drug. And this is what I'm talking about. Alcohol is not ruining your life right now, right? You might not be at ground zero, but what alcohol is ruining is the life that you could have had. And there's this amazing quote. It says, most men live lives of quiet desperation and go to the grave with the song still in them. Now, I read that quote when I used to drink. I can't remember if it was that exact quote. I think there's another version of it, but I read a quote very similar talking about most men live lives of quiet desperation. And when I drank, I thought to myself, that's what I'm doing. I don't want to be this person. I don't want to be somebody that drinks alcohol, that, is reserved and unconfident and won't put a message out into the world. I didn't want to be that person. Yet I kept being it because I kept drinking the drug. See, alcohol ruined my life. Sure, it put me into a bad position, but what it was stopping me doing was really stepping into the person that I wanted to become. That's the real danger of drinking alcohol. Sure, there are major risks to it, there are health risks, but whatever. Knowing that stuff doesn't stop anybody from drinking. But if you know in your heart that there's a version of you that you are not stepping into, and every time you drink, you're escaping from that best version of yourself, that is what alcohol is ruining for you. It's ruining you being strong, being confident, putting a message out there, and it's stopping you from being all that you can be. Just ask yourself for a second. If you didn't drink for the next 10 years, do you not think that your life would have a much stronger trajectory? Yeah, do you know what? I hear people say, yeah, but Leon, business is going well, career's going well. But then I say, well, hang on, what about your relationship? And then they're like, oh yeah, well, that could be better. Well, hang on, what about your health? Well, I mean, 10 years from now, this is the thing. Maybe right now, there are certain areas of your life that are going well. But I promise you one thing, if you get rid of alcohol from your life will improve tenfold. Okay, maybe certain areas stay the same, but there will be areas that just start exploding. Maybe you'll get that six-pack you've always wanted, fit into those old clothes. Maybe for you, you'll just have a much more passionate relationship with your partner. Maybe for you, you'll get a partner. Maybe it is for you, it's business, and business will start taking off. And it can all change today. You don't need to put this off any longer. Like I said, if you click the link in the description, there's a free video training that will show you how to control your drinking quickly. But I believe in you, and if you click the video on the screen now, you can learn why everybody is stopping drinking.